Hey, welcome back to Feed the Beast Unleashed with Fwip. Check out this new, fantastic blade shooting thingamajiggy, tree tappy, lux capacitor tool that I've been playing with. Check this out, guys. Okay, the lux capacitor. Watch this, watch this, watch this. Okay, you see that wall right there? And now it's got a cool industrial light attached to it, which actually will stay around forever. It's fantastic. I've been playing around with a lot of things. More importantly, I finally got this power tool hand to work, which you're wondering is made with some weird wire and electrum. The wire itself is made with copper and silver. It's from Modular Power Suits. I just wanted to get the claw since ever because look at how cool this thing looks. You can add so much stuff to it, and how do you change things? You have to hold shift and move around. So, I got a lot of new toys to play with, guys. For example, I'm back to wearing my long fall boots, and I've got a sword that allows me to fly. Sword of the Condor, guys. It's awesome. That's what all those new lights are all about, though. They came right from this glove. Let's show you some new stuff. Alright, so first of all, it turns out that the reason why this didn't work out, I've learned. Turns out I derped really hardcore. Don't put 2 batteries in your device. Yep, no, it was horrible. Right now, like to charge this thing up, you need to put batteries in it, right? I had 2. Apparently that meant the game didn't understand what to do, and I couldn't put it in anything. Not an MFSU, not a bat box, not anything. Anyway, I've got some nice upgrades into it now. This here allows me to use it just like a tree tap. Let's see, the blade, which we saw earlier, is a long-range attack. It only deals about 5 hearts of damage, if I'm correct. Oops. Shifting with the... Okay, trying to use a mouse wheel function on my touchpad, because, of course, as you all probably are aware, I record with Fraps, I edit with Windows Movie Maker 2.6, and I play on a laptop. There is no mouse involved. I use a mouse pad, or whatever you call it. Anyway, this thing will shear grass. And probably leaves, if I want it to shear leaves. Yep. So I can use it for distant topiary sculpting. But other than that, it's really just a nice, handy ability. Oh! One big thing I noticed is, though, when we go tinker this thing in our tinker table, and we want to remove something, I'm just going to show you for sake of argument, in case you've never used this before. Sake of argument, not shake. Sorry. Gotta enunciate, Mr. Fwip. Yeah, here's our tinker table. Now that I have the power tool in it, I can click on that option, and here's everything we've got. You see how there's a salvage button down here that I'm not going to press? If I pressed it, I wouldn't actually get anything back, because I used to have the advanced battery too. And now I don't. I click salvage, I lost the battery, I didn't get anything back. It sucked. So it's a good idea to know what you're doing, or at least know what battery type you want to install, because you can't remove them again, sadly. You might have noticed, too, here that this says IC2 tier is been tinkered up to number 2. Well, that's fine, because I can still charge it in this MFSU I've got here. Yes, this is the new thing that I've got going on. I just shove it up in the top, and you saw it charged to full. What is this thing, and what is it doing? Well, this is Fwip's drawing board, where I've got mostly things I'm working on right now, or I'm in the process of hoping on working on, and it is the solar panel recharge station. Basically, let's go upstairs. As you can notice, yep, just a bunch of solar panels in the roof, and some lava generators as well. Those came secondary, as I worked on the last thing on there, mob essence efficiency, because I figured that that would actually tie into a lot of other things. I'm getting ahead of myself. I've built ourselves an MFSU, pointing it to an medium voltage transformer, into a low voltage transformer, into a bat box, which itself is going into a recycler, which itself goes into an auto crafter, which shoves scrap boxes all around into the bottom of a mass fabricator. You'll see here. Boom! And we've got another piece of UU matter, which goes around into the barrel. We have about a stack of it. UU matter is, if you knew solar panels before, we don't have Greg Tech, but they still take UU matter to make iridium to make the advanced one, so it's going to take a while. But that's fine. I don't want superpower right now. Oh boy. Anyway, that's what the Union Matter is for. Solar panel upgrading, because I need more power. Because what I've built here is a very intricate system that I'm going to explain right now. You might have noticed on the last row, mob essence efficiency. Yeah, the system that I built that I showed you guys last time, where we just have a thermostatic magnetizer, which draws mobs to it, a tier 5 spawner, that's this switch here, which just drops zombies, and then of course they're far away from me. This is all well and good, but 2 grinders weren't keeping up with it. So I put in 2 more grinders. They have a little bit of an energy storage in here, so that'll be fine. I just want to display how that works out. Yep, we got 4 grinders grinding up mobs, but as you saw, it took all the power they had. One thing that I can do, though, is just hit this button. This will reconnect the power cable from all of these things. And this button will actually activate the Tesseract, because that's a red net cable in behind there, you'll notice. The Tesseract is, of course, set to work only on redstone current, so that's how the lava ones work up there. So anyway, zombies fall down, zombies get grinded, generates mob essence. Should work relatively well with 4 of them, as long as they don't automatically get burned to death during the daytime. Alright, let's just switch it all off again, just in case. In case of what? I don't know. But there you go. And I'm bringing in a jar here because sometimes I like to use my blade and cut them all up into sections. Because with everything off, except for the magnet, you'll notice here... Oh, wait, I shut the magnet off. Whoops. Turn the magnet back on, please. You'll notice that this is actually... I know it lags a little bit, but it's a really fantastic EXP farm just on its own. The zombies can't get to me by just the magnet, and they're all clumped together, so this sort of the Condor, which is basically sort of the Zephyr plus Super Flight, which is one reason why I'm going to wear these long fall boots everywhere. It just saves on me killing myself. There you go, eh? We've just got super powered EXP farm, mob essence, grinder. Yeah, all things that we want to have. The grinders do, however, generate weird loot, like, let's see in this one. Okay, just there, it generated a bunch of rotten flesh and a fiery ore golden chest plate. It's on my list. If you guys can think of anything that I should do with the enchanted gear, which of course is fully repaired already, let me know. Because, yeah, I could go to the Twilight and get a, I don't know, uncrafting bench. But there must be something to do with, like, free enchantments better. And no, the enchantment plus table does not allow you to get stuff. It only works with things that you've enchanted through E+, so that's a no-go as well. Anyways, I think I actually need some food. Yeah, I do. Oh, and I should turn off the magnets to allow our little golem buddy here to go and bring his items downstairs. But there is seriously a ton of items downstairs, like the diamond chests. One entirely full. And one right here he's filling up now. Insane, right? Oh, these are all from my, you might have noticed it already. My, free Ars Magica spell scroll generator. Maybe you didn't get that memo? In case you didn't, it's something I've made. Still in this vicinity, you'll see an auto spawner set to light mage with not exact copy. That's important. That will, reduce the amount of work it takes to do this. And with mob essence hooked up through an ender tank. Anyway, turn on this, turn on the magnet, wait for the idle timer to go down, just like every mine factory block, and it will start spawning, if I'm correct, light mages. Oh, it would, but this one is actually not hooked up to the EU network. It's only hooked up to the Buildcraft Power one. That's okay. I was going to head downstairs anyways to go turn on these lava generators so that spawner upstairs will work. I was going to do that anyway because, of course, Flip requires food. Which is funny. Thankfully, we're not living on berries anymore. Nope. Our wheat farm has grown enough stuff that I can just grab me some bread from the basement. Oh, and how does that scrap thing work even better? Well, I have an ender chest here, which says scrap only. And I just throw things I don't need, like, say, the water bottle or some iron into it, and some resin. I don't really need all that much. But there you go. Gets sent right through the hopper to the recycler. Perfect. Let's head on upstairs and possibly shut off the auto spawner before it starts putting light mages everywhere. But you'll see outside. Did it work? Oh, okay. It's going to take a while for the energy to build up here. That's a real shame. Why is it taking so long? Oh, I know. Because the energy from those 5 lava engines is first and foremost being put towards other things before it hits that thing. Because, of course, I have built myself some bee machines, and we're going to get to building the Apiarist data bank soon. Some other things I've learned, by the way. Yes, I do have these transvector interfaces hooked up to those grinders and the auto spawner. Negatively is be very careful with them. One hit like this, and they will break instantly and not drop the block. It sucks. That is one thing I've learned. Oh my goodness. That's one way to use up all your Thomecraft aspects that you've been saving up. Need to keep making the same blocks over and over again. They're really interesting. I don't know if I've really gotten the full use out of them yet for just being able to provide blocks with more power when they've already have all sides full. But other than that, yeah, man. There are some awesome transvector interface things that you can do. Let's see here. It's getting power. And it's about to start spawning some mobs for me so we can examine how useful this auto spawner is. Yep, so it spawns a light mage or 2. Or 3. Probably spawned one on the inside by accident. That's okay. Let's go with 2 right now, just so that you get the idea. I use my blade, which can hit everything at once. I just step up to these light mages and start stab-happying. Here's the thing with these guys. Their health bar is clearly glitched. I'm stabbing them and they're falling over dead. But you know what these guys have? Just like the other dark mages, they have a chance to drop spell scrolls, but the problem is they just can't die. It's a glitch fest here with these Arch Magicka guys. He died. He disappeared, sure, but this guy that's on the ground right now, I can keep stabbing him and he's going to keep dropping spell scrolls. Look at that. From those 2 guys, I just got 4, so this is an infinite spell scroll generator, basically. Thanks to Mine Factory and Ars Magica and Safari Nets. So I got myself Parasitic Seed. Don't know if I had that one already. Spell Reflection. Pull the Watery Grave and Summon Skeleton as well as Ender Intervention. Wait, what? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I thought I had 4. Did I just glitch out and learn more spells than I had? Even if I did, thing was I had all of those already except for Parasitic Seed. So that's not too crazy. Is it overpowered? Well, in Ars Magica, the hardest thing to do is finding those spell scrolls. Oh, maybe I didn't show you yet. This here is an EU thing. When it's not powered, boom, the cables are connected and the power from those solar panels and those lava generators, which is on now, gets fed straight into all 4 grinders at once. Yes, pro tip. To cover up your glass fiber cable, use construction foam and wait for it to dry. And if you don't want to wait for it to dry, right-click on the wet stuff with a piece of sand. Useless? No. Certainly makes this look a lot better. Oh, and by the way, I really like facades for everything else when it comes to Buildcraft pipes. Look at that. I've even got a pipe plug, maybe you can kind of see it through there, so that the scrap boxes don't go into the inventory on top of the hopper. They instead go straight into this mass fabricator. Boink! And then just go right into making more UU matter for more solar panels. But we'll get to that later because that's just off-screeny things. Other things that I've done. You might have noticed the bee DNA tank. Let's talk about bees and what I've learned there. As you've heard, I got some problem with interfaces, and with that Power tool. Well, I got some problem with this bee house too, guys. Allow me to elaborate for you. Ah, perfect. That actually worked out really well, though. I'm going to keep letting these go. The bee house. Very simply, the bee house is probably the first tier of bee thing you're going to make, unless you find a village and get some free apiaries. Because the apiary is made... let's see if I can show you that. Apiaries, if you didn't know, are made with this impregnated casing, which takes 8 logs of any kind and seed oil. So, before you start with bees and apiaries, to get an apiary, you need seed oil. So you need to build a squeezer and a carpenter to even make that apiary, see? Because you need that middle piece. The bee house, on the other hand, is a lot cheaper. You just need a single honeycomb of any kind, surrounded by, you know, planks and slabs. So, hey, you know, you might randomly get one honeycomb from scooping up a beehive randomly in the world. There you go then. You can get started with bees right away. You can let your bees in your bee house generate more honeycombs. You can get honey. Use that honey in your analyzer to figure out the best combination to put your bees together to get mutations. Because 2 things that I've learned about the bee houses are thus. In your bee houses, there is no possibility of mutation, so you need to go to apiaries if you want to get anywhere in bees. That's what this whole outdoor section is for, though. Right up top. Yep. Are my bees mutating? Well, I got some more common ones. That's fine. Got some more diligent ones. That's better. Got a noble drone. Oh, that's good. Oh, that's really good. I'm not entirely sure how I got these, but that's why I'm making a database in the other area. And that one was empty. So, there is a benefit to having the bee houses not be able to do mutations, though. That's where this comes in. Where you can put 2 bees and kind of mix them together until they stack. And then you know that they have the right traits that they'll just keep stacking. And then you'll just have extra bees with which to either throw through your gene pool for liquid DNA. Or what I'm planning on doing, just having them to pair up with other drones. Like right here, I have a noble drone. Well, what are its stats? You know, what about this diligent princess? I don't have a diligent princess. But these cultivated ones, are they pure enough? Because the purer the drones are, I think the easier it is to mix them together or something. I'm not entirely sure how this works. But I can just shove these ones in here. And I can power this up with a redstone energy cell. Yeah, okay. I built redstone energy cells all over my base. One there and one here. Because I plan to put the bee machines on this floor. And they take constant power. Just like how Hannibal's idea had an AE network of just a controller, a terminal, and all these drives. Look how expensive these were, right? Storage segments take storage cells and ME processors. Right? It's complicated. But the point is, they draw power all the time. I don't like that idea. I know we have a Mistcraft age full of lava, but my idea is, if I'm using power for nothing, I'm wasting lava. What was the point of it if we're wasting power? So basically, I've got everything hooked up so that when I want the gene pool active, I just have to tell the redstone energy cell manually to do it. See, and then it'll melt down the bees for me. And start acclimatizing this sorceress princess. I got it in the desert. It's going to take a while to get it used to this environment. Anyways, that's what the redstone energy cells are for. So I can stop using all my power just to, you know, drain it through a single system. I hate that. The analyzers, by the way, only need liquid honey. Or regular honey drops. They don't need power at all. So let's just go shove these 4 bees into our analyzer. And let's have a look at the ones that just came out. So we've got a noble drone, which is perfectly noble. That's beautiful. A cultivated common hybrid. Cultivated diligent, and a regular cultivated one. So I'm going to wait till maybe we can get a noble princess. I need to look up the research on that in our Apiarist data bank whenever we get it. Actually, we have it. Can I just use it in my hand? Yes, I can. Okay. Nobles are made from commons and cultivateds, but there's only a little bit of a chance of it because diligents are also made the same way. Okay, so I just need to mix the blue and the white ones together some more, and maybe we'll have that all together. Fantastic. There's a block version of that I'm going to build off screen, just like everything else I've built off screen. Oh, it's fabulous, isn't it? Other things that I've built off screen that I haven't mentioned yet, I believe, are located downstairs. What's new here? Well, I did do some mining in an age off screen and found all these crystals. I'm not totally sure what they're for, except for some portals, but we'll worry about that later. Found me some essence ore berries that are just kind of hanging out here, which if you knew, you eat them to get experience, so that's cool. Built me a coke oven, which is going to produce creosote oil into this giant tank. I don't know why I want creosote oil right now. It's just one of those things that you do when you're feed the beasting, you know? Eventually I'm going to need it for rails? Maybe to, I don't know, burn it in an engine? Who knows? But I did need to move it somewhere else because coal coke can be useful. Didn't make a thing to make steel yet, though. I don't know why I'd need steel. Unless, is there some sort of airship again? Is there an... I don't know. What was it called? A blimp? No. Sky... ship? Oh, maybe I'm wrong. Oh, no, it was a Zeppelin. Oh, there's no Zeppelin mod installed here. Okay, so there's no Zeppelins like we did last time. But I'm sure I'll find a use for a lot of steel later on. Especially since I kind of spied on the Squatch, and he's making a ton of steel, and I don't know why. But if he's got a purpose for it, then I'll need to think one up, or I'll start making some things with dark iron, and, you know, I really liked using routers, so maybe we'll figure out how to do that next time. Other things I've learned, guys, is along with those Ars Magica spells, we had Divine Intervention, which allows you to leave the Nether or get to your bed. And Ender Intervention, which allows you to go right to the end. The Nether, sorry. Still haven't gotten to the end on this server. Knight said we should only do it as a group, so that's why we've been kind of getting around things that need endstone by making it with Tinker's Construct and then using the Soul Shards mod to just produce more of it. Thing is, Ender Intervention and Divine Intervention both require you to have this stuff in your inventory. Ender Essence. I don't know where you get it from besides a rare drop from mobs. Like a very rare drop. Like I saw it once. And certainly not from zombies. Probably only from mana creepers. I don't know. It's also my goal to get more of these weird gems. I heard they come from plenty of biomes. I heard there's something really special that I can get if I can get them all. But that's why we need to plan out some sort of quarry plan. Maybe dig out a desert because I need more sand. Maybe build another B-Lab on the top floor of the house? I don't know. Fwib's drawing board's awesome. If you're wondering how to make one yourself, it's an industrial information panel with a text card and a color upgrade. Then you can just write in your heart's content whatever you need. Oh, that's right. And I heard that with the slaughterhouse block, I can create rooms made out of meat blocks. So that's what that zombie arena is all about. And by the way, my sad plan to build a zombie arena is not working right now. I thought you could use the zombie syringe to create a giant from a regular zombie, but that didn't work out either. So my testing off screen is kind of failing. I heard maybe that you can use a veterinary station, which is another mine factory block that I'll need to power to, you know, remotely inject things with syringes, so maybe I can still use that. But as far as I'm aware, that doesn't work. Yet. Oh, these things? Glad you asked. These are blight berries from the Nether. You eat them, you get poison and regeneration. I'll think of a use later. And that thing? That is a slime tree. This was a rare thing I found, I think. Here, I'll break off a piece. Congealed green slime. You bounce on it when you jump on it. You don't really jump higher, but it does make you, like, very uncomfortable. But this stuff is actually 4 slime balls in one. So technically, if you can get a slime sapling by getting this tree, you can just grow slimes, basically, since you don't need to kill them. It grows right on trees. Kind of gross, though, eh? I found it on a floating island because this sword allows me to fly, and because it has unbreaking on it and I wear the long fall boots, I don't need to worry. I don't even need the flight spell, although Hannibal really likes that from Ars Magica. Anyways, I'm getting sidetracked. There was a floating island of slime. Oh, by the way, right there. That's the DNA thing going right into the iron tank up above. So yeah, lovely house modifications to go in concert with, concert, is that the right word? It's the opposite of discord, I guess. Yeah, sure. Just like pipes on the sides of the walls, I really like how the more industrial the house gets, which Hannibal doesn't like, because he's a big magic dude. So that's why this video is about me and not him. Hooray! About me getting farther in bees. Oh, wait. That's right, this diligent one is now correct. So I'm going to bring you with me up to the other area. Yeah. I specifically did this automation myself. Did I mention that bee houses cannot have pipes go into them? Or mutate your bees? So, I mean, there's a plus and a minus there, right? That makes the apiary better, technically, because you can automate it. But the bee house still has a function in that, you know, I can get bees to stack without worrying about them mutating because there's no chance of it happening anyway. Also, if you guys want to rename my little golem here, I'm calling him Play-Doh for right now. Thanks to Tinker's Construct, there's several very interesting items, such as the Golem Name Tag, which I used to do that, and I can still name him it, because it doesn't go away after you use it. You just need levels, basically. So yeah, if you want me to rename my golem from Play-Doh to something else using this Golem Name Tag, please let me know. I like your input. I'll pick between the names you guys put in the comments, maybe, because I don't want something silly like Helen Keller. No thanks. I've had enough jokes on the internet about that. I've certainly been on it for too long. So what am I working on in the near future, guys? Hopefully gonna get the tropical bees up so that I can get myself a mining backpack. Since, did I show you yet? The recall spell? Not yet, eh? That's how I was able to get a slime tree and those blight berries and things really easily. And how I hope to get more of those, biomes of plenty gems. You first need the mark spell and recall, which I showed you there you can get by, you know, regularly Ars Magica structures. Or building yourself a spell generator like I did there, which I'm sure is technically an exploit, but yay, Mine Factory, don't change a thing. Recall. A spell which automatically will send me back to wherever I have used the spell mark. In this case, the center of my house. It's kind of like having a linking book which somehow will follow you, but I'm not sure how to make one of those. But better, because it costs nothing for me to do that. Oh, one last thing that I should show you guys. I've learned of a bee minigame. Say, for example, I take a rocky drone. And I use the escritoire here, which is made using some wooden planks and some seed oil. Say I just shove this together. What am I going to do in this thing? Well, you put it in here, and then you click around a little bit. So there, I got it correctly. If I mix some honeycombs up, it'll tell me where a few of these are, so I know that there is one of those shiny ones and a brown one there. So if I click here, there you go, and I click here, you're just making matches, right? You get a few more combs back for doing this, because it costs combs to figure out where they are, because they assume you'll do that, and then you get a little thing here. So, if I was wondering, a rocking and embittered drone would give me a common drone very, very easily. Now, I knew that already from other, you know, things. But if I built the Apurus databank, I would also have that data in it. If I use something more complicated, like, say, if I took one of these Diligent Noble drones, maybe, and I tried putting that in the escritoire, Because Rocky Drone is your base bee. Diligent is not. Now we have much more options. Let's say we put more honeycombs in here. It's not really telling me anything, is it? That's because it costs more. Now I only know where this blooming drone is. I want to at least have the pair. Okay, there's that shiny one. No, and we're going to have to get lucky here. Wispy drones, okay. No. Okay, we're getting really lucky now. And we have completed it with only that many honeycombs. Now, unfortunately, I must have already unlocked the research that this would have given me, which is why it didn't give me anything that time, other than more combs. Which is funny, it should tell me that Noble and Diligent does something I would expect. There we go, now we know Impregnable and Elastic. We're just making pairs. Uh-oh, I didn't see that green one yet. Let's see if we can find it now. Nope, but I do know all of those aren't there, so yeah. Elastic was here. Impregnable was here. And the other one was here. Did I get something? Yes. Perfect. Check this out, guys. I just got this little research note. And it says, Diligent and Unweary will give me Industrious. So I was wrong about it. It's not Noble at all. But now that I right-click, it will be saved in the Apiarist databank whenever I make that, I believe. Let's have a look at it. So, Diligent plus Unweary. So, Unweary, if we looked at this, how do you make it? Honestly, we don't know yet. But we do know that resulting from it is the Industrious Bee. Because we just unlocked that research. Fabulous, isn't it? So it's a bee minigame. That's what the Ecritoire is. Thank you very much for the person who made the tutorial on how that works. Still have to make a work table because I really liked his tutorial. Look it up. Work table. It's a thing from forestry. There it is. Ah, it's only a chest, a crafting table, and a book. Yeah, I'll make that next. Anyways, guys, this episode draws to a close. Thank you for watching. This has been Flip, showing you some nice new tools and some accidental discoveries that I've made. Such as, don't put more than one battery in your Omni tool. You know, don't punch a trans-vector interface. Bee houses cannot be automated, and also do not mutate bees. Those things are all derpy things that I have now learned off screen. Thank you for joining me. Hopefully next time I will actually build something with you, because today was showing off my new tools. But hey, every episode's different, right? And every game is fun. So I will see you all next time. Swip, signing out. Have a good one out there, guys. Don't forget to do your homework. Later!